the road, yep. Back again. It's another week in Yorkshire, driving around, appreciating the scenery. It's nice up here, and ultimately, I'm happy. Apologies for this being another late upload, but I've got 2 kids, and half term is no joke, people. Before we get into this one, let me remind you of the last upload. Go check it out if you haven't done so already. It was Bradford City, where we asked for the usual target of 5,000 likes. Did we get 5,000 likes? Get in there! That's 3 points in the bag. And we're going to continue with that same target of 5,000 likes in this one. No pressure, just a small town boy looking for some support as we head to another destination, and this one is named York City FC, who were founded in 1922. At the time recording, they find themselves third in the National League, 5 tiers down from the Prem, as they face up to an old local of mine in Dagenham Redbridge. It's Yorkshire versus Essex. My heart is torn as we visit the LNER Stadium, which has a total capacity of 8,500, all of which I believe is seated, and I highly doubt any are heated. And so the long and winding road that leads not to your door, that would be weird, but this road actually leads to York, and this is actually a place we was originally meant to move to. However, upon arrival of seeing the place that we wanted to buy, we couldn't park in the designated space because it had flooded. Nice. But either way, it's good to be back, but we're not visiting the city centre today. The LNER Stadium is just outside the city centre. Be interesting to know if there's any fans in the comments from York City what they like better, the old ground or the new one. Obviously, editing these clips back, this was actually the week that Nottingham Forest beat Brighton 7-0. Who backs a team to win 7-0 in the Premier League? Who backs a team to win 7-0 full stop?
Well, I'll tell you who does want 9 minutes. The geezer who backed 7-0. And they're going to get it because the ball's with Sota. He shoots low into the corner. And it is 7-0.
And so whilst Forest fans went mad, I was stuck in traffic. Stop, start, stop, start. The sheer demand to get into York right now is unexplainable. It can't be the National Railway Museum. If you're that passionate about trains, you would have got the train in. There seems to be a lot of ghost tours as well. I mean, let's be real, it was a great film. Rest in peace, Patrick Swayze. But what's that got to do with York? We eventually make our way through the traffic and are just minutes from the ground. I can tell you this because we've got 2 blokes in sync, heads down, on a mission. And that mission, gonna sound like a certain person right now, is to watch 22 men chase and kick a bag of air out of a patch of grass. Yeah, quality innit? Your dad's a nonce, so's your mum. A bar. Now, as always, I'm pre-booking my parking space, and this one's actually at Sainsbury's. And after spending £3.50 in a car park a couple of weeks ago, this the same, but before that I went Burnley. How was I just so casual about this? But for now, we'll be parking up at number 32 here. We paid for this parking space, it was 18 quid. Shocking. I can't believe it's not butter. What I can tell you is we're keeping things simple here. £3.50 on parking. And so we walk in, and it's a good job because I've got that energy today. The reason for that is not something I got from Sainsbury's, no. And I can confirm John here doesn't have it in his bag. But what could it be? Well, first of all, I've got a fact for you, which is 1 in 4 men suffer from low testosterone. And 90% of men in the UK go undiagnosed. If you're feeling absolutely knackered like Terry here, you've got to listen up. Because as I continue my sprightly walk to the stadium, on the screen right now, some of the symptoms of low testosterone. Any of them ring a bell? They did for me, which is why I got Manual's home blood test kit. And thanks to Manual for sponsoring this video today. Everything you need is inside to get you on the road to feeling happier and stronger with a tailored TRT service plan. My boosted energy sees me arrive at the York Stadium Leisure Complex. Now, unfortunately, I can't give you the capacity for all of this place. Chances this could be MK Dons in disguise, but what we do know is the LNER Stadium at York City is 8,500. If we fill it with absolute geezers over the age of 30, I can tell you that 2,125 of them are most likely suffering from low testosterone. So what you got to do, head over to the link in the description. It'll take you to the Manual site where you can grab 45% off of your home blood test kit. On arrival, it's a simple finger prick that can be done in the comfort of your own home, then send it back where you'll receive your results in a matter of days. 76% of Manual's patients reported an improvement in the enjoyment of life after 6 months. So rather than having a bet on the game, maybe invest in your health instead with Manual today. So basically, a few weeks back I did a bit of a slow-mo thing by accident, and I said I'm going to do it more often because it actually looks quite cool. But it is quite evident a month in I've definitely got fat thumbs because I'm accidentally setting things to slow-mo. I didn't want this. I didn't want this at all. I want to go through the turnstile smoothly. I want to capture the click, click, clickage, right? And on the other side I want to go fat boop. Instead, we're currently moving 8 times slower than we normally would. As I say, some of these shots are pretty cool. Maybe I'll film a whole video in slow-mo one day. But for now, I'm here to let you know that it's York City versus Dagenham Redbridge, and it set me back £22. Right about now, we're going to make the best of a bad situation. Because en route, there was no tunnels, and we couldn't hold our breath through them, could we? And so, ladies and gentlemen, let's hold our breath through the turnstile. 3, 2, 1, let's go. You're right, mate. Is he bothering you? Yeah, well, looks like you got this one under control. You ain't going nowhere with a headlock. Now punch him in the ribs. Go on, punch him in the ribs. Trip him up. Do something. Grab his scarf. Rough his hair up a little bit with your knuckles. You got to do something. You're going to set it to sleep in a minute. Or even worse, you'll be home early. Mum will be asking why. And you'll be like, just a bit of GBH, Mum. Casual bit of GBH. On Jake. He's currently in hospital. I don't know if he's going to be okay. But Lewis found it funny, so that's the main thing. No joke, people, the slow-mo continued for some time. But I do think some of the shots are pretty cool, even if I didn't mean to do them. Eventually we did get to order. It was fairly standard. A pie and a drink sent me back £7.90. It's at this moment I realised we've been on slow-mo for so long. So I think we should just go and find our seat, you know? The walkway was skinny and the steps, they were, well, steps. And as you know, we love the back of the back of the back of the back. Get out of the way, I want to sit in my seat. It's not what I said, and this is my view. Flags. We're also on goal line technology duty in this area of the stand. Basically, the way it works, if there's a query, one of our seat numbers are drawn. Whoever's in that seat has to decide whether it's a goal or not. I don't think it's any better or worse than VAR. Pretty much the same, right? Views of the other end of the picture, a little bit limited. Standing helps those both sides make their way out. Of course, this isn't our duty, it's the job of the lino. It's to check if there's any holes in the net, and I don't know why they're still checking, because everyone knows by now, right? There's plenty. Gonna tuck into this in a minute, but right about now I'm gonna bring you a kick-off, but quite clearly haven't. Sure, I recorded it, but I've got nothing to show you. And so here we have the York City mascot, known as Yorkie, I believe. But my suspicions tell me that inside this suit is a Dave. Dave's a good crack, one of the lads. A lively one at that. First and last on the dance floor, any sort of function. Well known down the social. Everyone loves Dave. But has he told anyone that he's York City's mascot? I think that might be his little secret. But those dance moves are transferable from the wedding reception to the casual Friday night, right through to the LNER stadium. And recognisable too. You don't fool me, Dave. Not at all. Alright, let's do this. All steak pie from Pucker. And it is steaming. It is hot, but not hot enough to burn my tongue and ruin my weekend. Not overdone by any stretch. Filling is good, and I'll let you know how this went down at the end of the video. Now, the game has been paused for quite some time now. The lino's gone off the field for some reason. We don't know why. Yorkie's stretching out just to potentially maybe take over this one. Players currently kicking the ball around, trying to keep warm. This has felt like a good 15 minutes. It probably hasn't, but where's the linesman gone? Here he is. He emerges from the tunnel and we get back and win the game. Just like that. I think we could probably put our finger on where he's been. So York's right side is absolutely ripping Dagenham a new one at the moment. We ain't too far away from seeing a ball in the back of the net, I'm sure. As for Dagenham subs, very respectful of the boundaries put in front of them. No one crossing the lines at all. It's a rare sight, and it's great to see. Oh, and then the York lot get involved. Look at this. Did you see that? What on earth is going on there? Big fan of this, though. Love watching this. As you can see, I just took my photo of the football at the football. That's on my Instagram if you want to go and check it out. You don't have to go and check it out, you've seen it. But if you want to follow me in there, more than welcome. Can we have a conversation about drums at the football? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Say it, I don't mind them. I don't mind them at all. Got all the time in the world for this. I like seeing signatures coming back. Signatures are cool, aren't they? I really wanted a cool signature. I just can't get one. I ain't got the wiggle. I ain't got the squiggle. And I genuinely think that's why I didn't cut it as a pro. Just ain't got the signature for it. Every so often my camera decides to start filming upside down. I don't know why, but I've not bothered turning this one around. I said this in previous videos. This reminds me of being 5 and hanging my head off the end of the sofa whilst trying to watch football. It's weird. Disorientating. Can't do it for long. But every so often, go and treat yourself. Stick your head upside down. That right hand side continues to be the problem. Oh, sorry. Got to get this. Maradona's calling. Apparently we ordered a hand of God. Yes! Of course, this one disallowed and the man in black holds up a slice of cheese. Now, what in the 1994 to 1996 is this? He's definitely picked this up at a charity shop, retro store and or Kilo Sal. I respect the hustle. I wish I found it. Let me know your favourite era for fashion. Now, for some reason, it all of a sudden went really quiet. Can't put my finger as to why it went like that, but it must be the calm before the... Yeah! Scored that?
Tyree Sinclair!
Son of Frank Sinclair, don't you know? Well, you don't know Frank. Oh.
Official has indicated a minimum of 8 minutes additional time.
So that's how long he was on the toilet for. Anyway, after being impressed with that right-hand side, I discovered Joe Felix, who in 24 matches only has 3 assists. But I promise you, this kid looks levels above where he is today. Those stats, though, they don't add up. There must be a reason. Hang on, let me just check. What's that down there? Barbara! See that geezer next to me with a hot dog? He sold me one. I am so easily influenced. The amount of crap I bought on Instagram, by the way. Just on a whim. That'd be great. Half of it doesn't even show up. Don't buy any of it. It won't slice onions any easier than what you already have. The magnet to stick your phone anywhere isn't as good as they make out. And don't get me started on those socks. Anyway, hot diggity dog. We're at the hot dog stand. They should think about doing a Yorkshire pudding stand and all. This one's going to set me back £5. And I have very much just pissed somebody off. But I'm also a little bit pissed off. Don't stick up a hot dog stand and not have crispy onions available. Alright then, let's get back to the chair. Is it a chair or is it a seat? I'm sure it's a seat. As I head back to my seat/chair, just bumped into Will.
Hello.
Hello. And just like that, I can bring you a second half. And it's Dagenham to start brighter. They get themselves a corner.
That looks a bit too simple to me.
Aye, and after dominating the first half, York pegged back. Oh yeah, and who scored that?
Equalising goal for Dagenham Redbridge, goal scorer number 9, Josh O'Meara.
As time passes by, Dagenham continued to dominate this second half without really having any end product. Actually found time to talk to a couple of guys next to me. Everyone's so nice up north. So nice.
Horrible place to get to.
Yeah.
Not like the one road in, one road out.
Yeah. Right, little game. Guess which football ground we're talking about. I guarantee you don't get it. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Nothing in Gelsenkirchen. Nothing in Gelsenkirchen.
The tide then changes. York look to get into the ascendancy. Again, no end product as Dave looks like he's gone from mascot to looking like he's ready for a scrap. This then started to trip me out. We're sitting on a mirror that I can slightly see through there. I just think whoever's in there is controlling the scoreboard. Right about now, he's not been too busy, although Dagenham are looking to change that.
Wow.
Oh dear. It really is a game of two halves here. York looking like they could be hanging on for a point. But as we've already said, no end product. I don't know, son. I don't know what's fucking going on. We've been fucking pony in this second half. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Fucking players need to give her head a wobble, didn't they? Comments on the throw to football. I got this one that said, can you buy a Yorkie in York? Yes, AJ, I'll do more than that. I'll buy the duo. Danny dared me to put Yorkshire pudding in the video. I don't know if you heard it, mate, but I've already done it. I'm feeling some momentum. Nice corner. Nothing came for the corner, and that was just enough for some people. Just beat the rush, yeah? Just get out of here. The ball then disappears amongst the crowd of players, looking like a rugby scrum at this point. Luckily for York's sake, it is pinged away. But as you can see, it just keeps coming back. Dagenham absolutely relentless right now. If we're going to get a winner, it can only be them, surely. Although, we've only got
3 minutes additional time.
Ideally, York needed the other liner to do a shit. Because let's be real, nothing's going to happen in 3 minutes. Come on. And so we're about to capture the moment that, well, it might stay 1-1. Because I've seen 3 penalties in the last 2 games, and all 3 penalties have been saved. But the luck also does seem to be with me right now, so maybe we'll get the opposite outcome. And so apparently the York are going up. Well, let's get this result confirmed first.
On behalf of the York City and Community Football Club, thank you for support this afternoon.
The absolute destruction from a last-minute winner. Vibes are good. Shall we rate our experience? I think we should. Let's. And as per usual, we're going to start things off with atmosphere. Yeah, it was alright, I think. I didn't really know what to expect. They were lively, but they were also very quiet at the same time. It was loud, then it was quiet, then it was loud again. It was basically a quiet sandwich, which I'm going to amount to 3 stars. Alright, next up, facilities. Newer ground, isn't it? I'd be interested to know how many York fans prefer this one to the old one. It felt like a football ground, but it didn't feel like York City's football ground. Not that I'm meant to know what York City's football ground feels like, but it felt a bit clinical and nice. Just generic. Ultimately, it was just lacking a bit of personality, but for the level it's at, it's still a good ground, and I'm going to go with, we're going to go 3 stars again. On to the food and drink. Look, I'm not going to get excited, and I'm not going to remember pucker pies. It's a standard thing that you can get at a football ground. I want to see, like, original stuff. I want to see fresh stuff. I want to see, like, proper good stuff. But having said that, the pie that I had was cooked really, really well. It was perfect, so I can't complain really too much there. The hot dog, a bit bland. I guess not really exciting, but I'm going to go 3.5 stars for the food. And finally, we're talking cost. There's blurred lines between League 2 and the National League for me, especially the top half, at least. So I actually think 22 quid's pretty reasonable for this level. I've paid more in the past. I still need to do that video on ticket prices, but yeah, 4 stars for the cost. And so after 13 games this season, it's York City that's sitting 10th, 13.5 stars sandwiched between Bradford and Brighouse Town. And so yes, my friend in the Woody hat did get you in the video at the end. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to drop a like on this. We're looking for 5,000 likes, and obviously comment below where you think I should go to next in a bit. Remember when I used to say stuff at the end of the video? Yeah, I should bring that back.